Hello friend, in this video you are about to learn Lotus blossoming animation in Blender. So let's start this tutorial with new scene. Click on this add. Under this mesh, select UV sphere. Expand this add UV sphere option. Change number of segments and rings, that is 8. Now switch to edit mode. Zoom little bit like this. Now press 3 for right orthographic view. Then press R, then Z, then 22.5. Turn on face selection mode. Select this face, then holding Ctrl, click on this face. Now click on this select and select here inward. Now press X and delete selected face. Now change its pivot point into 3D cursor. Press A to select everything. Now press S, then X and scale on X axis like this. Turn on vertex selection mode. Select this vertex. Also enable proportional editing mode. So click on this icon. Now press G. Then move like this. Now select this vertex. Holding shift. Click on this vertex. Now press J to join. Now press G. Then X and move little bit like this. Also we have to change 3D cursor. So select this vertex, then press shift S and select here cursor to selected. Switch to object mode. Right click and under this set origin, select here origin to 3D cursor. Now we have to duplicate this. So press shift D, then R, then Y and just rotate like this. Switch to edit mode. Now press A to select all the vertex. Now press S, then Z, then 0. Now press 7 for top view. Now press S and scale little bit like this. Also, we have to change its shape little bit like this. Select this vertex and just push on Z axis, something like this. Switch to object mode. Now we have to apply its rotation. So select this, then press Ctrl A and select here rotation. Now select this first, then holding shift, select this mesh, click on this object data properties and under this shape key, click on this arrow and select here join as shapes. Now it has shape keys and we don't need this shape. So press X and delete this selected mesh. Now select this and select this sphere and we have this value and you can animate like this. Also change its location value. So press N for this panel. Now we have to just change its location value, that is 000. Also we have to change 3D cursor position. So click on this view and under this 3D cursor change X, Y, Z value, that is 0. Press N to hide this side panel. Now select this, then click on this modifier properties, click on this add modifier and apply here subdivision surface modifier. Increase levels viewport value, that is 2. Now again click on this add modifier and select here array modifier. Change number of count, that is 6. Also uncheck this relative offset value and check this object offset option. Press Shift A and under this empty select here plain axis. Now select this and under this object offset, under this object box, select here empty. Now we have to rotate this empty on Z axis. So select this empty, then press R, then Z, then 60 degree. Now we have this type of shape. So we have to fix this. So select this, then click on this object data properties, switch to edit mode. Also enable this edit mode option here. Click on this basis. Now press A to select everything, then press G, then X, and just move like this. Now press 7 for top view. Select this vertex, then press G, then now press R, then Z, then 30 degree to rotate on Z axis. Now press S to scale, then press G, then Z, and just move on Z axis like this. Now select this, then right click and select here shaded edge mode. Select this, then right click and select here shaded edge mode. Now you can animate like this. Press Shift A, under this empty select plane axis. Select this first sphere, then click on this object data properties, right click on value, click on this driver, and under this object select here last empty. Again click on the second sphere, then right click on this value and under this add driver select here last empty. Now select this last empty, then press G, then X, and move on X axis like this. Now we have to make next part, so press Shift A, under mesh select UV sphere, change segments and ring value, that is 32, then press G, then Z to move on Z axis. Now press S, then Z, scale little bit like this. Now press S and scale like this. Right click and select here shaded edge mode. Press Ctrl A and select here scale. Now we have to add particle system. So select this, click on this particles properties, then click on this plus icon to add particle system. Also switch to here. Press tab for edit mode and we have to make two vertex group. So press Alt A to deselect everything. Double click on this vertex, holding Shift, double click on this vertex, click on this object data properties, click on this vertex group and assign here. Now press Alt A to deselect everything. Again double click on this vertex, click on this plus icon and make another vertex group. Switch to object mode. Click on this particles properties and expand this source option. Under this emit from, select here vertex and expand this vertex group, and under this density select here first group. Now we have to add sphere on these hair particles. So press Shift A. Under mesh, select UV sphere. Move on Z axis like this. Then press S, then point 1. Now change pivot point into median point. Select this sphere. Under this render option, change from part to object, and under this object, select last sphere. Also change its scale value something like this. And here change numbers around 300. Now we have to add another shape on this. Now press Shift A. Under this curve, select here Bezier curve. Press G, then Z, and move on Z axis. Press Tab for edit mode. Then press V and select here vector. Now press R, then Y, then 90° to rotate on Y axis. Disable this proportional editing mode. Now select last vertex, then press E and just extrude like this. Press A to select everything, then press S to scale like this. Now press A to select all the vertex, then press V and select here a line. Select this vertex, holding Shift, select this vertex, now press S, then X, then 0. Move it on Z axis and also change its shape like this. Now select this, click on this vertex, then press Shift S. Now select here cursor to selected. Then select this, right click under this set origin, change origin to 3D cursor. Now click on this object data properties, expand this geometry option, and under this bevel option, change its bevel value like this. Also enable here fill cap option. Now select this sphere, click on this particles properties, click on this plus icon for add second particles system, then switch to here, change emit form and select here vertex. Also enable this advanced option. Turn on this rotation option, expand this option, and under this orientation, select here normal. Now under this render option, select here object, and under this object, select here Bezier curve. Now also enable this object rotation option. Expand this vertex group, and under this density, select second vertex group. And you can scale from here like this if you want. Also change number of emission, that is around 300. Now we have to animate this. First change end keyframe value, that is 130. Select last empty. Now press N for this set panel and change its location value, that is -1. Then make sure you are at first keyframe. Right click on this X location value and select here insert single keyframe. Change keyframe value, that is 120. Now change its location value, that is -0.3. Now right click and select here insert single keyframe. Keep mouse cursor on this timeline window, then press T and select here linear. Now press spacebar and we have this tab of animation. You can also animate this sphere. First we have to change its 3D cursor, so press Shift S and select here cursor to world origin, and also change pivot point into 3D cursor. Now make sure that you are at first keyframe, then select this sphere, press I and select here scale. Change here keyframe value, that is 120. Now press S and just scale like this, then press I and select here scale. Now press space bar and we have this type of nice animation. Now we have to assign material, so select this, click on this shading workspace, click on this arrow and change its world opacity like this. Click on this new and we have this principal BSDF shader. Now press Shift A and search here color ramp. Connect this color with this base color. Now select this handle and change its position, that is 0.5. Now press Shift A and search here gradient textures. Connect this color with this factor. Now press Shift A and search here textures coordinate. Now connect this UV with the mapping node. Now we have to change its Z rotation value, that is minus 90 degree, and just we have to adjust its handle like this. Now change linear into B spline and we have this type of gradient. Now select this and change its color into pink color. Now press Shift A and search here bump node. Connect this normal with this normal. Now press Shift A and search here noise textures. Connect this factor with this height. Now press Shift A and search here combine XYZ. Connect this vector with this vector. Press Shift A and search here separate XYZ. Connect this Y point with this Y point. Now select these two nodes, then press Shift D to duplicate and connect this vector with this vector and just change its scale value something like this, and also change its strength value, that is zero point 0.1 like this. Play with this scale value, change its white color something like this. Now select this sphere, then click on this new and change its color into yellow color something like this. Now we have to change this sphere color, so select this sphere, then click on this new and change its color something like this, and assign same color on this Bezier curve. So select this, click on this arrow and select here last material. Now we have to improve this color, so click on this render properties, enable here ambient occlusion and expand this color management option, and under this filmic select here standard. Now we have this nice color. If you want to render this, so first we have to add lighting source, so click on this world properties, then click on this color and select here environment textures and use HDRI image. So download from hdriheaven.com and just open like this. Now switch to render preview mode and you can see that it is looking much more darker. So add sunlight here, then press G to move then just rotate something like this. Now click on this render properties, and under this filmic, enable here transparent option. Now press space bar. Now press shift A and add here camera. First adjust your position, then press Ctrl Alt 0 to snap with this viewport. Now press N for this side panel, then click on this view. Now under this view log option, enable here camera to view. Just adjust its position something like this. Now click on this output properties. Now select here output path. Now change file format and select here FFmpeg video, and under this encoding, now select output quality, that is high quality. Then click on this render and select here render animation. Thanks for watching this video. Leave your comments and subscribe this channel.